So the vision for BCS is that you guys envision one Brooklyn community where everyone can realize their full potential. So we're all kind of paying attention to the world around us right now. And 220 has been really difficult. And unity and togetherness seem to be words and kind of a sense of community that is really difficult to find right now. Everything feels really divisive. But it sounds like from that vision, you guys see that in the future for Brooklyn. So just can you say a little bit more, and maybe you touched on it at all, but just that notion about unity and that we're strong, to me, I'm putting my words on that we are stronger together, when we respect diversity and differences, and even within the context of those differences, when we come together to work toward common goals for the betterment of our entire community, we can achieve a lot more than when we're on our own. So tell me a little bit about your vision for Brooklyn, about unity and people reaching their potential.
Sure. BCS was founded just after the Civil War, over 154 years ago. And it was started by people of means looking out their window and recognizing that their neighbors were suffering. People whose family members were killed in the war, people who came back and were handicapped, children, orphans. What could they do? And they got together and they built a structure to provide services for their neighbors. That's one Brooklyn. Today, COVID has shown a light that with blinding ferocity on inequity. It's just clear. You can see it by who's dying. You can see it by who's out of a job. You can see it by the difficulty that we're having recovering and that we will have down the road. So I may have forgotten your question.
Well, you were talking actually about unity and the vision, about people, but you're right on point. You're doing great. Yeah.
BCS envisions a place where there's a nexus between people who have and people who don't, and that we provide a platform for people to achieve their greatest potential. And what does that mean? You and I, we have this luxury that we don't think about. It's a privilege every day to get up and say, this is what I think I'm gonna do. Right. To look at your skills and to know that you could make a podcast that people will listen to is a luxury. You can't look at your skills and think about what you want to do if you're hungry. You can't do it if you don't have a home. You can't do it if you have those things, but you're not certain that you'll have them tomorrow because you don't know where your next dime is coming from. Then you're just in survival mode. If your family's living in a shelter and you don't know if it's safe for your child to go to school the next day, you don't have time to think about what your gifts are and how to use them. People need an opportunity to have the luxury to be self-determinant. And unfortunately, in this country, it is now a luxury. It wasn't always that way, and it doesn't have to be that way tomorrow. But today it is. And so I see one Brooklyn is a moment when we are all able to self-determine our future with real choices, not choices like, I get to send my kid to a mediocre school or nothing. Our systems need to support our ability to be self-determinant and to use the gifts that we're born with to our best and highest potential. And in that way, we will be in an unstoppable borough, an unstoppable city. May I say an unstoppable country?
Yeah.
But we've lost sight. We've lost sight.